Good afternoon. I'm Henry Maldonado. I'm going to be giving you a persuasive speech for Miss Kirsten's speech class 1305. I'm going to be talking about tobacco because tobacco is one of the biggest pastimes for service members. It's our lifeline. It's one of the things that keeps us awake. Tobacco is something that we use to even trade with each other. Hey, I'll stand your duty for a pack of cigarettes. Right on. I'll do it. I'll spend 24 hours for these. But why? Why would I put myself to 24 hours of sleep deprivation for a pack of cigarettes? Why would I do that? We hear smokes. We hear dips. So I can already make a point that this is something that we would want. Some of you are craving it right now, right? Because you are having withdrawals, strong withdrawals. Now, I myself have smoked cigarettes in the past, especially on deployment. My first deployment, we stood post for 12 hours. Within those 12 hours, we would go through half a pack. And that's when we were just hanging out, just standing there. But there was days where we would put one of these in, smoke one of these simultaneously. One of the worst decisions you can make, because you would get so dizzy that you felt like throwing up, but you couldn't do that, alright? Because then you would look like a fool in front of everybody. But still, Grizzly, marbles, cigarettes, overall, are bad for you. And we still do them. So, with that, I want you to know that tobacco cessation is important for all service members' well-being. But not just only service members. Think about your family members. We here have lifelong family members who've been smoking since the day you met them. How well are they doing? Kind of well, they're alright. But in the inside, do you think they're doing really good? Probably not. Now, it sucks to think about that. It sucks to think about what are the effects that they're undergoing while they're smoking cigarettes or using dip. Because can dip affect you orally? Yes. Absolutely. Now, for us, being in a stressful environment on a day-to-day basis, you need something to get the edge off. You need something to relax you. Even if it's for 10 minutes that you can get out of a bad situation, some people look towards a cigarette. That nicotine that you feel, that rush, that cooliness that you feel throughout your body, where you're just like, man, this right here made me feel 10 times better than how I felt inside of there with all the other guys that I'm working with. It's a bad alternative though. There's so many other things that you can do. Because as a service member, are you required to be mentally fit?
Yes, sir.
Are you required to be physically fit?
Yes, sir.
How much do you think you're affecting your performance when you're drinking some of these, or smoking some of these? You affect your performance a lot. We need to be able to run. We need to be able to do a lot of things that not a lot of people do on a daily basis. If you do this, you only hinder yourself so much, and even more in the long run. So, I covered myself and my experience with these. Throughout those 6 months that I smoked cigarettes heavily, I realized a lot of things. So I'm a fast runner. I've always been able to run 18-minute miles, 18:30s, 19 minutes, 19:30s, and that's considered my slowest. But when I started smoking, I went up to 20 minutes, 22 minutes. Did I like that? No. Absolutely not. That right there was my warning to quit, to stop smoking, make a change, go back to living a healthy lifestyle, than just continuing to crush myself with a cigarette. So there's a few things that I want to talk about. Why is nicotine addictive? And how to quit nicotine, tobacco, all those things that affect you on a daily basis. Nicotine addiction. I read an article in Medical News today. What is nicotine independence? By Christian Norkovitz. It speaks of the addictive substance that all tobacco users crave so much. There are two ingredients in a cigarette that affect you greatly. One of them is dopamine. Dopamine is the biggest culprit of everything that we do. Whether that be you give someone a hug. When you give someone a hug, endorphins run through your body, and a rush of dopamine rushes through your body. That makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel zen. It makes you feel good. That real state of mind that you feel is attacked with acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is another substance that's in a cigarette. It chemically alters your mind when you're smoking. When you smoke, you take that drag and you actually inhale it. It goes through all your organs, and your organs feel that substance going through you as a chemical reaction. That chemical reaction you feel when you've ever taken a drag and you get little goosebumps. Sometimes you get little goosebumps. That's acetylcholine. That's what you feel. That substance that gives you those goosebumps, that makes you feel so calm and zen, that comes with it. Along with dopamine, those two are the reason why your body becomes addicted. Because dopamine is something that your body wants. It's a desire, not a need, a desire. You constantly pump it through your body with smoking cigarettes, and together with acetylcholine, you feel it, and you constantly want to do it. And some people, compared to other people, need it more than others. Some of you see a cigarette, you smoke it, next thing you know, you want some more and more and more and more, because you want that feeling. That feeling is brought on by dopamine. Along with that, I read another article from TheGuardian.com. Why is nicotine addictive? By Mark Lewis. It explains how tobacco is one of the worst public health disasters. It has the biggest deaths. Not only that, over time, you damage your body, and the more you damage your body, surprisingly, your body craves it more. It craves it more because the substance leaves residue in your organs. That residue stays in your body, and all you want to do is keep it without you even knowing it. Subconsciously, your body tells you, get another cigarette. I want to feel like this forever. Now, to put things in perspective about why tobacco cessation should be something seriously. In the past year, according to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC.gov, the effects of a cigarette in the Americans is 480 deaths a year. 480 deaths. I want you to think about that. That's a lot of people who are dying every single day. 480,000 deaths. That is 10 times more a year than at war. That's a lot of deaths. That's a lot of deaths that shouldn't be happening. Could we have prevented those deaths? Maybe. Some of us have family members. It is as simple as telling our uncle, our dad, our cousin, our sister, our brother, people in our family, our immediate family. It is as simple as telling them, hey, we're here for you. Stop smoking. It affects all of us. Who here has ever seen a mother smoking around their kid? How do you think that kid is going to develop while he grows? How do you think those lungs are going to develop? Will they develop well, or will that affect them adversely? Most likely, it's going to affect them adversely. You might get asthma, and then next thing you know, he'll be limited when he gets a little older. He won't be able to take part in sports. Little things like that, as sad as they sound, are a big deal. That is why I bring to you tobacco cessation. I want you to promote it. I want you to speak life into it. I want you to tell other people that there are other things that you can do besides smoking cigarettes. I believe it is absurd that so many people have to die over a stick. A little plant that slowly kills you, slowly deteriorates you, and it does nothing good for you. It may seem challenging for someone to quit after they have smoked their whole life, but you don't have to do it all by yourself. Tobacco cessation leads to a better lifestyle in which you can enjoy every single bit of your life without smoking away your years. Like that, it brings me to my next point. how to quit. In my personal experience, I picked up the gym. I enjoyed going to the gym and working out. I genuinely like to challenge myself, whether that be going for a run, picking up some weights, going for another run, picking up some more weights, going everywhere that I can with weight on. Lifting has been my way of avoiding that. Now, I'm not saying I'm addicted to it, but I am saying it prevents me from trying to pick up a different vice that's probably not good for me. Or in other terms, we here has hobbies. What's your hobby?
Wood burning.
What?
Wood burning.
Wood burning. So just the simple fact that you get to sit there and watch that dry piece of timber just burn suits you. What do you have?
Video games, sir.
Video games. Playing video games can definitely drain a lot of time of your day. But does that prevent you from picking up a stick?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely right. So those things that you have are not only the methods of quitting. Who can we lean on? Look to your left and right. You have a support system to your left and right. That guy or that family member that you have, you can always lean on them. You can always depend on them. I looked through WebMD. It gives you a lot of points on how to quit. One of them is going cold turkey. I quit cold turkey. However, do you think everybody can quit cold turkey?
No, sir.
It's very challenging to quit cold turkey, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Especially if you leave this in the same room. All that's going to lead is to temptation, and it's going to lead you to pull one of these. Pull one of them out. Think about it. One of these sticks can take a few years of your life. Just one. Do you think it's worth it?
No, sir.
That's one more year you can spend with your family. That's one more year you can spend with your son or daughter. So, put it away. Put it away for good. And don't look back when you put it away. Because one of the things I want you to think about is imagining a world in which tobacco was not used, whether it be smoking or dipping. Think about being able to walk down the street and not catch a whiff of smoke, of a cloud that's only going to hurt you, a cloud that's going to damage your kids' lungs, a cloud that's going to keep going for future generations and on generations and generations. Who do they target the most? The young people, the teenagers. The teenagers are easily influenced by tobacco companies. They pick it up and then they start utilizing it. Just doing that, they have started the next generation. They have planted the next seeds of their companies. That is why they're still alive. And I think they should stop. If anything, these cigarettes, this tobacco, should only be for adults. But ultimately, do we need it in our lives?
No, sir.
Absolutely not. I care a lot about health and wellness, especially those around me. And if I could help them get to the change they want, when I have succeeded in doing it myself, you can make a difference for those who smoke and how to help them quit. Promote tobacco cessation and a healthier lifestyle. And in turn, everybody around you will give you back what you have given back to them, which is a better life. That's all.